Thomas, how close is Romelu Lukaku to joining Chelsea, and what will he add to the squad when you are in a position to announce him?
Well, I'm absolutely not in a position to announce anything, and I will maybe refuse to talk about it because we're in a match day -1 press conference before a European final, and it's clearly not the moment for personal discussions of our squad. As you know, I have a lot of trust in the existing squad, and we proved already that we can be a strong side. I talked many times about that we discussed together our ideas how to improve the squad, which is not easy. With Oliver Giroud leaving the club and having also an important role over the last years, we miss a certain profile of attacker. And then we need to wait and see what's possible, what's not possible, but we are not in hectic, we are not in panic, and we are happy to work with the team and to arrive with a team like it is tomorrow. And today there is nothing to announce, and it will always stay like this, that I will not talk about it until the moment we have something to be announced.
James Robson. Any other questions, please use the raise hand function. Sam Inkersol.
I was wondering if I could ask you about what your comments when you said that pre-season was very unique. How has it been juggling often 4 groups of players and returning at different times across the summer? How has that stretched you as a coach? Because it's pretty new for everyone.
Yes, pretty new and pretty demanding. Maybe I try to tell the story backwards. Tomorrow we arrive with a squad where we have players who actually had one in-house game for 45 minutes, and we arrive with players who have training and for 5 weeks and 4 matches in their legs. So it's a widespread group regarding the physical level. And it was a big challenge after a very special season with COVID and Corona, like having almost no break in between in England in the last summer, to have a long season again, and then having a tournament in Europe and in Copa America had a huge influence. Was very demanding, very challenging. I was absolutely happy to have the support of the physical department, who did an amazing job to really treat every group individually and try to bring everybody and to provide the training that was necessary for everybody and every single day. That left us coaches almost every day twice on the pitch for double sessions, because sometimes we had to split the groups. Then we had the possibility to have a lot of lone guys back at Cobham, so we can provide good football training and not only work in little groups. Altogether, we did the best that we could. We had fantastic support, and we arrive in this moment to play an important match tomorrow, which is absolutely fine for us. But for a lot of players, the preparation to a very demanding season, including our World Cup in December, I think, will continue over the next weeks. And we will, of course, we will be with a lot of players in a much better shape after the next national break.
Try James Robson again. James.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Hello. After the season you had last season, the most spectacular end you could possibly have, can you talk a little bit about what the pressure that puts on you, puts on Chelsea? I think after the final you said, after you met Roman, that it could only go downhill from there, because obviously it was the greatest moment it could be. But obviously the expectation at Chelsea is to build on that, isn't it? So what sort of pressure does that put on you and this Chelsea team?
Well, but this is... I can understand your question and your point, but it does not feel like pressure, because this is what we demand of ourselves, me and First Side. This is what I demand of myself, to provide, to get better every day, to use my experiences and to be the best coach possible every single day, and to lead by example, to come into Cobham with good mood and full of energy and ready to continue the journey together. It's not over, it has just started, and hopefully it's going to be a long journey. So the courage now is to face the challenge. Does anybody have a recipe how to do better after Champions League victory? I don't know. I don't have it. It was my personally first Champions League win. So I think the courage is to face the challenges and to step up and keep on demanding. We have some things in our game to develop and to improve. We have things in our game that were very, very strong over the last half a season, and we have to maintain the level. So there are a lot of, and we have to clearly rebuild the same spirit that put us in the possibility to have all these results. So there are a lot of different tasks to fulfill and to take care about, and the most important is that we don't lose sight by thinking too much about pressure and about expectations. It's an everyday process that we have to take care about, and if you take care about this every single day, you cannot be distracted, and then the things don't get too complicated. I think the courage is to accept all these challenges and to give our very best, and then we will see the outcome. There are a lot of things, like I said, to achieve, and we go for it.
Tom Roddy.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, good.
You'll have seen this summer the spending from your rivals, quite a lot of it. And I wondered about how sort of happy you are about the talks in the club with your club about going forward and the squad and potential transfers that could happen.
First of all, I will maybe give you insight into the general topics of these talks. There was also always that I'm very happy with the potential and the actual performance of the group, and with the group itself, because it played during all the half a year with a fantastic spirit and showed a great mentality. So I always said I am happy if I have the same group again, and we start the next season with the same group. I am a happy coach. So this was the headline. We had some ideas. We discussed ideas because we have fantastic scouting. We have a very, very clear structure in the club. So with Peter and Marina and the owner, of course, everybody shares the ideas and the opinions. And then it's very calm. We always try to improve the squad, but at the same time from outside. But at the same time, we believe in development. We believe in development of our players. We have a lot of young players up front. For example, Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, who now play their second season in England, and I'm very, very sure that it gives them this experience of last season gives them a huge boost. So yeah, there's nothing to worry about, and of course other clubs signed heavily this summer, which is their right and is good for the league, and is a huge challenge to compete with them. But in the end, football is a team sport, and we have a strong squad in which we believe and which we will keep on pushing, and let's see what's going to happen. It is the challenge to create the same spirit, and we are in discussions with the board, but no hectic, no stress, and from there on we go.
Tony Banks.
Hi, Thomas. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I take on board what you said, but I wonder, does it lift your players when they see new players arrive in the squad? Does it give your squad a boost when they see new people arrive that are top-class players? Then they know that they're going to add to the squad. Is that good for the psychology of your squad?
I think it's good for any squad if players with a certain quality and attitude arrive. But at the same time, you need to be aware that I think not everybody is happy if, for example, I am a defender and a big player arrives on my position. I'm maybe not fully convinced about this arrival, or not only happy about it. And I think that this can be pretty human. So we have to take care about this. And it's not only about collecting players and collecting talent. It's foremost and maybe most important about attitude. What can somebody bring to this group? What kind of character, what kind of profile do we add to this group without disturbing them, and at the same time still keeping everybody on their toes and not make everybody feel too comfortable, where it can be the so-called comfort zone where you maybe cannot reach your top level again. So it's always a mix between the two. Keep everybody on the front foot. Keep everybody like in a bit of a state of insecurity that everybody has to really fight for his place, but there must be a realistic chance to fight for your place, and there must be a role in the team for everyone, and this is the most important. And if you can have everything, then it's the moment maybe to bring somebody. If there are doubts in one of these aspects, maybe sometimes it's better to not bring someone.
Charlie White, are you there, Charlie? Okay. We'll try Nizar Kinsella.
Hi Thomas, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great stuff. You said in the last press conference that you had 42 players in your squad. I know a lot of them were on loan last season, but is that a challenge to have these players around, and have they been a good influence, or is it hard to keep them happy because there's so much competition from players you've already got?
Right after the friendly match against Arsenal, when we had when we had the last group arriving, and we went through our list and realized that it would be 42 players on the pitch the next day, which was clearly then not possible to provide high level training and to provide the appreciation and the quality for everybody. That was the moment where we split the group again into the group that was already with us last half season and into the group who came back from loan. But before the Arsenal game, we mixed the group together. We saw everybody on our pitch and in Cobham. It was a very new experience for me. I never did this before. I was a bit uncertain what to expect. In the end, it was super easy because the lone players came with a fantastic attitude. I was almost surprised how positive and how fast it felt like really training a normal team and not a team which in which the players feel a lot of insecurity. Where is my next step? And they're not only players; they have families which live in different countries and so on. So not only an easy situation for them, but they did excellent, and we had a very good spirit in the training camp in Dublin. We did good matches with this mixed group, and everybody had the chance to show up and to bring in positive energy, and this is what they did. So right now, after Arsenal, we split the group back again, and sometimes we mix again in slightly smaller groups because of the different levels of physical preparation we are in. And we have now from this group with our squad, I think Trevor Chalobah and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the two guys, right? They are here with us to make the squad complete and to give us all options for tomorrow. And this is a constant process to stay in touch with also with these players, that they know my opinion and the board knows my opinion and the club knows my opinion, and to find good solutions for them for the future.
Okay, last two. We'll have Keith Downey from Sky Sports News and then Adam Newson. Keith, are you there? Okay, Adam, are you there? Adam, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Away you go.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
You mentioned there that those last players coming back to the group have only had one in-house match. How physically ready are they to play tomorrow? I mean, can they start without you giving your team away?
Well, I think they could start, but the question is, can they finish? And I think no. They have now like 8 days of training in their legs, and the European final after 8 days is pretty demanding. And let's be honest, it's too early to compete on 90 minutes on this kind of level. So we have to find a mix, and clearly the guys who came in early and have more minutes and deserve to start, and a majority of these guys will start. And then we have 5 changes, but I'm not a friend of giving too many changes already ahead of the match, like who shares this match, because it's not a preparation match, it's our first competitive match. And we have to consider all scenarios. It can be even extra time, so it can be even 120 minutes. So we will have training today, and some of the guys maybe start, but then we need to have a scenario in our head who ends the match for us, and who is better to come onto the pitch, and who can have a good influence from coming on the bench, who is a bit better and feels a bit more comfortable to start. So this will be the challenge for today. And the most important, not to get lost in all these thoughts, because it's a competitive match, like I said, and it's about not sharing minutes. And it's not only about sharing minutes, it's about the first title that we want to win.
Okay, last question. Keith from Sky Sports News.
Yeah, hi Thomas, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sorry about that earlier. Thomas, a lot being said about Tammy Abraham right now and where his future lies. Some reports out of Italy today that a deal has been agreed between Chelsea and Roma for him to go there. Could you give us a little bit of clarity on that, please?
Unfortunately not, because the same like with players coming in, I will not comment on the actual situations, how far this is, and if it's true or not true. Tammy is right now in the squad. He did some good preparation matches. He was clearly not happy with the last half a year, and maybe he has reason also not to be happy, and maybe it was also my fault not to push him, not to trust him on the same level I trusted maybe other players. I can absolutely understand that he wants more minutes. So the decision will be, how do we plan? What are Tammy's plans? Does he fight his way back into the team from the position where he ended last season, or does he want to change the club for having a better chance to be a regular starter, which I can absolutely understand. And this is the situation with him. It's quite a normal situation in preparation until the transfer window is closed, and Tammy is one of these players where we constantly evaluate the situation and adapt to the needs. But for tomorrow, there are no news now. He is available. He's in training today and available for the starting 11 and to come off the bench.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thanks, everyone.